Another thing that you can do is when you have a multiple objects and they're exactly the same, you don't want to unwrap them the same process again. Obviously, you can go around and do the same thing again, what I was doing here. But alternative method that you can apply or utilize is, if I for instance select this barrel here and go to edit and copy, I can then go and select all these faces and hit edit and paste, and what it will do is it will copy all the same coordinates of this barrel onto that one, and I can do pretty much the same for the different objects. So edit copy and edit paste, so that these two sections are going to be exactly the same. So I can do the same with this one. So if I go edit and paste onto that one, I'm pretty much making sure all the faces are exactly the same. So if I select my last section now here, this is the small part of the barrel that I have, and which is this bit here. See, if even if it's that small, when you select it and hit edit paste, it'll scale it up and fit it in exactly the same place. So the idea here is that you're not repeating the process constantly again and again. The idea is that you can do that really quickly, as provided that the geometry is exactly the same in these cases of these barrels. We know that it's the same geometry that's there. So if you find all the separate bits now, for instance, again, if I select that, I know that all the bits are appearing blue. That means that it belongs to that one model. So this one, this one, this one, and this one. So I only had to unwrap the very first one, and then sorry for this one, I'll just move these to the side. I had to do something beforehand. So if I select this one again, apply copy, because we want to copy these and not that now, and select all these faces which create this barrel here, and hit edit paste, and this will give me my UVs for the barrel. So that's pretty much all the barrel bits unwrapped in one go. I didn't have to actually do anything more. It was quite fairly simple, really straightforward. And you can do the same on the bits that you think are similar, or you want them to behave the same way. So for instance, even for these bits here, if I want to give them the same section, if I want to utilize my texture space more, and I know these are appearing the same size, so there's the same amount of topology on all these three objects are already unwrapped for me. So if I hit that and hit copy, edit copy, and hit that and hit edit paste, you'll see that it's doing pretty much the same thing. But because there's some extra faces there that are not on this one, it's not doing exactly the same. But you'll see it still does a pretty much close enough job, and then you can move things around. But for these ones, I'm just going to leave them the way they are. But just to show you that you can just copy UVs from a certain place and just paste them onto a certain section, especially for things that are already quite big and they're going to be there. So you don't want to spend too long unwrapping something. So these are unwrapped exactly the same way now. So I can select all this area, go into my scale options, scale this to a more reasonable size so I can find a nice texture space for it on my texture map. So I'm just going to place this here just for now. So I know that belongs to my barrels, so make them quite small because don't it. Depending on how big your texture is, you could always make this bigger. I mean, I'm doing this very roughly. If I was doing this a bit, taking my time, I would definitely made these much bigger, much more closer. But just for now, because I'm doing this really fast, quite rough, I'm placing these just quite roughly in that area. So as you can see, the empty space bits are getting I'm getting rid of them really fast now. There's these edges, a lot of them they belong underneath side of things. So it's up to you how you want to handle them. You can stitch them up, or you can create like a generic where you can apply a kind of generic texture to blend everything in. So it's up to you if you want to do that. Create a generic one, or if you want to, you can go and select each individual edges like I've done here, and hit the stitch button, and it'll bring that edge here, all the extra edges that are just floating around. You can do that as well. It's totally up to you if you want to go do it that method. What I'll do is I'll cut the tutorial short now. The next bit is going to definitely I'm going to move forward and try to complete this now, the whole unwrap process. So I'll see you next video.